Hello, and welcome everyone to our channel. Today, in this day and age of excessive greed and consumerism, this complex mechanism of demand and supply chains, based on human greed, fallacy of which is being exposed time and again by nature's laws prominent in recent times, a tiny coronavirus that has exposed the fragile nature of present-day artificial ecosystem of globalization. However, there are some saintly persons who are trending a different path. Born to French-Canadian, Roman Catholic parents, in the province of Ontario, His Holiness Bhakti Raghava Swami, following in the direction of his guru Srila Prabhupada's instruction of simple living and high thinking, along with a team of dedicated youth is leading the way of making cob houses for the Gurukula at Sahyadri in Karnataka, India. So today, we are going to learn the steps involved in making cob houses. There are 4 different types of natural mud building techniques: cob, adobe, rammed earth and wattle and daub. Cob is the simplest and oldest mud building technique. This is primarily a mixture of the soil you dig for the foundation, some clay, cow dung, hay, cow urine and lime. Traditionally, mud structures have a high plinth to prevent waterlogging and a sloping thatch or tile roof that extends sufficiently to protect the walls from rain. In many parts of the world, including India, the roof is supported by wooden beams and it is made of thatch or bamboo matting with mud plastered on it. Mud walls are protected against damage from rain by applying mud plaster, consisting of local soil, or mud collected from village pond, mixed with busha, wheat straw, on outer walls, rendering with cow dung slurry. A decent cob house can be built for anything ranging around $4,000 to $10,000. However, the cost can vary depending on the climatic condition, location and the size of the house. Mud is a bad conductor of heat, so it prevents the flow of heat between surrounding and inside, thereby keeping the home warm in winter and cool in summer. Area preparation. First of all, compress the land using a roller device, and make sure you don't have soft areas that can sink in later. Once the building site is compressed, cover the area with a layer of sand. This will fill any areas that might be uneven and provide a nice flat surface. Foundations first. With cob house construction, a poured concrete foundation can be used or you can form a cob floor. Another great thing about cob is that it's very durable once dried. It can be walked on repeatedly without damage. Mixing the cob with the foundation down, it's time to start mixing cob for your walls. On a large tarp, dump about 2 parts clay to 1 part sand. Wet this down a little and stomp on it. Yes, use your feet. Mud boots are optional. Once it's all mixed, add a thin layer of straw, using the longest pieces. Work it in and add some more. If you roll the tarp around, the mix shouldn't stick when it's ready. Add more straw until it forms a ball that doesn't flatten out when dropped. This step is very important because if your cob mixture isn't correct, your cob house won't last. Building the walls. Once you mix the cob, you can form the walls. Form lumps with the cob, and put in a handful at a time, smoothing it out as you go. Cob should not be slapped on, as this will draw moisture out of the walls. You want it to cure naturally. Be sure to keep the sides straight so they do not become thinner at the top and take on a pyramid shape. As you add new layers, poke some holes into the top. Then, when the next layer is added, sink the bottom of it into the holes for more stability. You can also add rebar or bamboo poles if it's a smaller cob house structure. If you are incorporating electricity, lay some metal conduit out, where you want it, and work it into the walls as you go. The same can be done with plumbing. You can work on the cob for months before you are done, or have a cob building party and invite many hands to help. The best thing is to do about a foot a day, then work on another foot the next day. Unlike concrete, you can add wet cob on top of dried cob. Joining concrete to dried concrete never bonds to each other, but cob will. Cob house windows and doors. You'll want to form your doorway with a door frame. Build the cob around it to secure it. You can sink 2x4s right into the cob. Will the wet mud destroy the wood? Nope, it will dry out and the wood will be fine. For windows, sink a 2x4 into the cob and build around the window frame. You can use pre-hung doors and windows, or make your own. Finishing cob house touches. When you get to the top of each wall, you can form a roof with wooden logs, poles, or beams. Then you can devise a tin roof, tarp, mud, or even solar panels. The choice is up to you. When it's all done, you can paint the outside and inside if you like. For the most part, your cob house structure will be weatherproof and won't break down when it gets wet. However, constant beating on by rain may erode the surface, so you may need to recover the outside every 10 years or so. Insects won't be interested and fire won't bother it. The home will be relatively cool in the summer and warm in the winter. If you live where the winter temperatures are cold, consider adding a layer of insulation to the center as you build the walls. If you're intrigued by the idea of building with cob and would like to learn more, or you would like to visit such place in the video, please write in the comment section or contact me below. If you liked the video, please like, comment, share and subscribe.